My name is James Cheong. I'm the CEO of George Clinical. I'm here to tell you more about who George Clinical is and what is our capability and how we can support you for your clinical trials in Australia and other parts of the world. So firstly, we are Asia Pacific based CRO with our headquarters in Australia. And what sets us apart from other CROs is our scientific expertise, and I'll talk more about that later. And with our headquarters in Australia, where we have the largest teams among our other offices, we are very well experienced in the conduct of Australia Phase 1 studies. So from the earlier presenters, I believe you're familiar with the advantage of running trials in Australia in terms of speed, tax refund, as well as the conducive environment, even during the COVID-19 pandemic, because it has been very well managed. So I won't go too much into that, but what I can say is that we have been running trials for 20 years. With our headquarters in Australia, we are also very well placed to support you should you bring your early phase studies to Australia. And if after the phase 1 trial, if there's a desire to bring the trials to other parts of the world, in Asia Pacific or US and Europe, we have the ability to support you in this area too, because we have global coverage with our own operational teams in the US and in Europe, in the Netherlands and in the UK. So we are global, although our headquarters is in Australia. And I mentioned about our scientific expertise, and that's where I think we bring the added value to our clients through the network of KOLs in a number of therapeutic areas in Australia, in Asia Pacific, and across the globe. So with the scientific leaders that we have on our network, we are able to support our clients with the trial design, protocol design, with recommending investigator sites in supporting the trial through the conduct with driving recruitment, and then to address questions from the investigators on a peer-to-peer basis. And that has proven its effectiveness in quite a number of these hard-to-recruit studies. And we have been doing so for 20 years. In these 20 years, in fact, it's more than 20 years, we celebrated our 20th anniversary last year. So during this time, we have conducted studies in all the major therapeutic areas, but there are certain therapeutic areas that we are particularly very strong in. And one is in renal, the other one is in oncology, and other areas where we are strong in are cardiovascular and chronic diseases. So currently, we have more than 300 staff operating in 38 geographical locations. Although not among the largest of the CROs, but with this size, with our global coverage, we are able to run trials from phase 1 in Australia to regional in Asia to global across US and Asia Pacific. And we believe that our size is the right one for a biotech company in terms of the responsiveness, the flexibility, and the very high touch service. So this is a map showing our global reach. Our headquarters is in Sydney. We do have an office in Korea and across all the major countries in this part of the world, as well as North America, Europe, and in Argentina. And here you can see the services across the various offices. We have 4 locations which provide full service. One of them, of course, is in Australia, which is our headquarters, and also in China, in India, and in the US. And this is a summary that I would like to, let's say, spend some time on to talk about the advantage of George Clinical. We are part of the George Institute for Global Health, a not-for-profit medical research institution among the top medical research institution in Australia and numbered among the top 10 in the world in terms of its impact, scientific impact. So with our affiliation with the George Institute, what we bring is the strong science that such scientific institutions have on that they can bring to our clients. So in terms of providing top KOLs in study design, in negotiation with regulators when it comes to pre-IND meetings or NDA filings to be part of the panel discussion, to be in the steering committees, advisory boards, and forming that network with the recommending the right recruitment sites, that's investigator sites to ensure recruitment is optimal, and providing a peer-to-peer engagement so that if a study is not recruiting well in a certain country, it's not just our CRA or project managers who meets with the investigator or find out what is not going well, but we also get a peer, a top KOL to engage that PI to push things along. So that is the science that we bring to the table. And as a global CRO that has been running trials for 20 years, we are on par with really any of the top CROs in terms of the quality delivery, global processes, global systems, and also the global coverage. So we combine really the best of both worlds of a strong science and global operational capability to bring a unique value to our clients. This is then my last slide. If you are keen to know more about George Clinical, to engage us for early phase trials in Australia, or engage us for our scientific leadership services, our panel of top KOLs, please feel free to reach out to me or to me soon, our Korea country head based here in Korea. And she's also attending this conference in person, and you can meet her at the Australia booth. So we look forward to hearing from you and to discuss how we can support you in your clinical trials in Australia, in Asia, and across the world. Thank you.